Hey, it's Mal and today I'm filming my Biannual Bibliothon Summer 2015 wrap-up. There were reading challenges for this readathon, but I didn't stick with them really in the slightest. I finished a book on the first day and then I finished a book every 2 days after that, and I finished 4 books in the week including yesterday, so I think I did pretty good with school and everything happening. So the book that I finished on the first day of the Biannual Bibliothon was Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, the first book in the Raven Cycle series. I loved this book so much. It's about a girl called Blue who comes from a family of psychics, but she isn't psychic, but when in the presence of a psychic she enhances their powers, which isn't something that is ever heard of before. Then she gets involved with several boys from the local private school, and I liked this so much that I immediately got the second and third books in the series. The fourth one comes out next year, I believe, but I'm really glad that I read this. When the readathon started, I was 100 pages into it, so I read the last 319 pages. Immediately after finishing The Raven Boys, I started for a Divergent collection by Veronica Roth. This is the companion collection of novellas prequel thing that is attached to the Divergent series that I read last year. Well, I read the first 2 books last year and then I read Allegiant not too long ago. I really like this. It was only like 200 pages, so I pretty much flew through it. I surprisingly did not dislike 4 as much as I did in Divergent. Even though I knew pretty much everything that was covered, it was nice to just look into that world again because it's a good world. After I read 4, I started a book that I just got this month, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This was so amazing. I can't even form sentences because it was so good. It's basically a boy who's talking to another boy online anonymously, and they flirt, like a ridiculous amount of flirting, and he gets blackmailed slightly, and then everyone knows about him because blackmailing doesn't go so well, and then they get together in the end, and it's the cutest thing that I have ever read. And I've read some cute things. I can't even with this, and I'm gonna do a video on it because it's amazing and I need to talk about it in like spoilery as well as non-spoilery. After I finished having an emotional breakdown after finishing Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, I picked up the next book in Percy Jackson series that I had not read because I've just been going through them for the last couple months, and that was Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, the 5th book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. This was really good. As a last book in a series, this was really good, not that they aren't normally, and I can't wait to get onto Heroes of Olympus because it's so good. But I finished this yesterday, so it was the last book that I read, and I just had a couple hours after that before midnight and I couldn't be bothered to do anything else. With all 4 books that I read, and excluding the first 100 pages of The Raven Boys, I read 1,088 pages throughout the week, and I'm good with that. That was all I wanted to say in the video, so bye!